That's good cappuccino. So today on Tony Starr's Talks, I'm talking about, you hear him? The only way that your body burns fat. There's literally one way to burn fat, and it's called a caloric deficit. Now there's a whole shitloaded list of ways to get to a caloric deficit. Different kinds of diets, different kinds of eating styles, but they all boil down to a caloric deficit, some more extreme than others. Now I do feel that lowering insulin can help, but for the most part, if you're eating low calories with carbs, you're going to lose fat. So I'll explain what a caloric deficit is, but we'll start with explaining what is caloric maintenance. So caloric maintenance. I know my body by heart, so I'm going to explain to you. My RMR, which is my resting metabolic rate, that is the number of calories that my body burns to stay alive. And that's based off a formula of how much muscle mass I have. So I have 193 pounds of lean body mass, and I weigh about 215, so I carry about 20 pounds of fat. So that would put me a little over 10%, like 11-12% fat. So RMR, resting metabolic rate, 2400, it's pretty good. I have NEAT, non-exercise adaptability thermogenesis, or basically just calories that you burn not from working out or from your RMR. That's going to be me working, training clients all day, me making this video, sipping my coffee, anything that you do. So the way to increase NEAT is going to be park further away, take the stairs. Try to make things a little bit harder on yourself than they need to be. This one right here is workout. Workout, I'm going to be generous and say 300 calories. I think I burn more than that in a workout, but I'm just going to say that. What that gives me a total of is 3,000 calories. 3,000 calories is my maintenance calorie. So now what I got to do is I got to create a deficit. Anything under this is a deficit, and anything over this is a surplus. So surplus is usually used to build good lean muscle, but you have to be careful with how far you surplus you go. You have to cycle carbs. I won't get into that today. I'm going to worry about deficit. So I'm going to subtract 500 calories per day for 1 week. 500 calories per day times 7 days is going to be 3,500 calories. 3,500 calories is going to give me 1 pound of fat. So 3,500 calories burnt is a pound of body fat. So now we can do things like increase our exercise intensity. We can do extra cardio. We can do, increase NEAT. A lot of things to help burn more than just 1 pound of fat. But that's 1 pound of fat just off the deficit. Now, here's where it gets tricky. And so for you happy hour eating motherfuckers, listen up. If on Friday you get done with work and then you go to Red Robin, and at Red Robin you eat 1,500 calories, we were trying to deficit 500 a day, you just rewound 3 days of your dieting. And yes, when you have a cheat day, not a cheat meal, you go back. Now, there are a lot of variables. If you're super sore and your body's just begging for carbs, sometimes those things can act and have what we call refeed benefits, where your body actually boosts the metabolic rate. But those variables are not what we're concerned with right now. The deficit is what we're concerned with. Anything else is a bonus, and that's just cool. But what else am I thinking about here? So I like low carb style dieting. Low carb style dieting it takes my cravings down. But here's an unfortunate fact. I've never gone and done a competition or been, below 8% fat without being hungry. It's likely that if you want to get lean, you're going to have to be hungry. So that's a good thing for me though, because I can say, if I'm not hungry, I'm probably not losing fat. I know I can relate hunger to burning fat. Unfortunately, that's how it is. Now, that's it for today.